Taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-301-5435. That's 800-301-5435. 800-301-5435.
Are you craving Nuevo Cafe's poblano soup and sandwich lunch combo, but don't want to leave the house? The soup must flow. Nuevo Cafe is waiving their delivery fees for the next 2 weeks to encourage customers to order in. This means you can support your favorite local lunch spot while working from home.
Well,
free delivery to get your
I'm getting there.
poblano soup right to your door.
Of course, I got the Garmin inside, and just kind of getting used to everything here.
We are committed to helping our community ensure the health and safety
Turn
of
this
everyone.
off. Turn the marine radio off. Anyway, every day it's something to keep me from taking the boat out, it seems like. But we are getting there. I want to try to keep the boat upgrades and things hidden. Want the kids to be able to take it to shows and different events, but we still want to use it for Boy Scouts and stuff like that. Keep her in fresh water as much as we can, but also want to take it down there in the coastal, relive some old memories. We had 4 different cabins up and down the intercoastal, from just one cabin right off JFK Causeway going on to the island back in the day, and one down past House Bait Stand that was down there all by itself, down there coastal little ways, and around Pure Oil Channel, and then there was another one. We had another cabin up along the King Ranch shore farther down, and then we had one. Well, that was kind of one was with a friend as well, but we had one little tiny one right on the point of rocks there in Baffin Bay with a big huge boulder down underneath the water, and we had one for just a short period of time way down the land cut as well. It was a long trip and a lot of fun, and sometimes it got a little dangerous around Baffin Bay. I lost 2 of my high school friends there. I got caught in a blue norther, and they didn't make it. But anyway, all lots of memories back in the day, fishing, catching drum and redfish and trout, and speckled trout, and sand trout, and flounder, and lots of good times, lots of crabbing. Love them rock crab too. That's mostly underneath the bridges and stuff, but big beautiful blue crab. Lots of good family memories, and kind of like to relive that. I really don't want to put the boat in salt water, but I sure would like to see all those places. One nice thing about the Garmin is kind of hidden up there, all that new stuff. I got the state-of-art transducer on the back transom right now. Was going to do through-hole fitting, but I just didn't want to wait for the part to come in, to be honest with you. I'm anxious to get this thing in the water and start enjoying it. It's a shame what we all have to go through with the coronavirus. I was helping somebody that needed to get to Radiology Associates, and they wouldn't let her in because she was coughing, and she ended up having to go to the hospital. Of course, that all of a sudden, if you have a little bit of fever or whatever, they're wearing hazmat suits and stuff, and they're thinking about testing her. At least she's in line to be tested. She'll probably be okay. Probably just a normal upper respiratory, but you can't take any chances. Good news is, anybody that follows those posts, the young lady that was new employee up there in Austin, with the state where my son was working, when they sent them 400 of them home. They've been sheltering in place now well over the 14 days or whatever it is. But the young lady's sister had taken a foreign trip and she came back sick. And anyway, the girl across from my son tested negative on the coronavirus, so that's really good. And so my son and my daughter-in-law, my two wonderful grandkids, are okay. They're at home and hadn't showed any signs, and they're both working at home. She's an accountant, does accounting for her daddy's firm, and so that's easy for her. She's been doing it on a computer for years. And Evan's able to do his work. Well, the state sent them all home. My son's got his PhD and works in microbial sciences and engineering, and he's helping looking after the environment of all the coastal waters of Texas. Go figure. My daddy and Ronnie Sizemore, who was the mayor of Corpus Christi back in the day, spent a lot of time talking about the water and the environment and the difference in putting an R&M dam or Choke Canyon. Daddy didn't like Choke Canyon because of how little it rained up there in Cotulla and stuff, and one of the R&M dam, which was closer down here, would have been better for the estuaries and better rain, and so we get that flow pattern we need every now and then to help the oysters and all those estuaries that are around Corpus Christi out there. Huge estuaries out there that go dry for long periods of time in our drought that normally would probably have a little bit more water if we had that R&M dam had gone in. Just better water to be able to catch and be able to release. Mathis does okay, but we go through some of those long droughts, and I don't think Choke Canyon is ever going to fill up unless we just get the perfect tropical storm. And even then, it would probably take a number of them closely over a few years. But anyway, it is what it is, and just a little background. So I think my son heard all that back in the day, and that story was repeated about them debating that as they were drinking beer and playing ping pong. We got together every weekend for many years. And Virginia and Ronnie would come to our barbecue fundraisers, and which we had to cancel, by the way. I was calling Sokol Hall to cancel that. But we're just going to change the venue to here. I'm assuming we'll try to do it around May if we can hand barbecue as people drive by, and I'll do a silent auction, all that online. We got wonderful sponsors, HEB and the Kennedy Foundation, and numerous other ones. We also have one other big fundraiser a year, the Coastal Bend Day Giving, that Channel 3 sponsors, and a lot of good programs. But looks like I'll be probably using Alice K instead of one of the youth programs I fell in love with down here. I think I'll go ahead and, because of liability, I'll do it with my 13-year-old grandson's Boy Scout troop up there in Austin. My son helps the scoutmaster up there, and they feel like this would be a perfect boat to have them skiing and teach them boat safety, and they can use it while they're camping on one of the lakes. Some of the lakes up there, and I really would like to have the boat in fresh water as much as I can, and I'd like to have it a really good purpose like that, and good memories for those kids, and really good memories for my grandsons. I want them to have some of the same experiences I had with boating and fishing and getting out there and enjoying life. So everybody stay safe. We'll get through all this that's going on, and go boating. It's a good way to distance yourself. Stay safe, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.